everybody, welcome back to another speed build on my channel. Today I'm making a big house, which is quite the switch up from my usual builds. Like, I know I've only done 3 so far on YouTube, counting this one, but like in general my builds are pretty small. So this one's gonna be pretty big. It's gonna end up being 5 bedrooms, I think, and 3-ish bathrooms. I don't know. Something like that. We'll find out together. So, I have decided to build a home in Tartosa, the world that comes with wedding stories. Yeah, my wedding stories. And I thought it would be kind of nice to make like more of a Mediterranean home. Something that I don't usually do. I don't build here very often. So I thought, hey, go big or go home, right? Let's build a huge one. So I've started building the rough shell of what I want. I've gone back and forth a lot. I had to cut out a lot of the beginning because I was just messing around with a lot of shapes for a while. I couldn't quite figure out what I wanted to do, and I didn't want this to be super long. It's already 30 minutes, so I'll I won't make it too much longer. So right now I'm just adding the roof, which I kind of struggled with. I didn't know what to do. I made this weird shape, so it took a lot of finessing just to get it kind of to make sense, like just a smidge of not nonsense. So I did quite an interesting array of pieces here. I did some where I pulled the eaves in so it wouldn't stick out when I had them next to the rooms there. Like, can you see like the little overhang bits like on that edge there on the top? I don't like that. So I tried to do a lot of pieces so it wouldn't show as much because it's a big pet peeve of mine to have too many of the eaves sticking through the roof where it doesn't belong. So yeah, it's this was a bit of a challenge for me, but that's okay. I've watched a lot of content and I've been building for a long time, so I think I kind of got the hang of it. So right now, yeah, just roofing and roofing and roofing. I tried adding a little extra bit down here because I was procrastinating stuff the rest of the build on there, so I thought, oh, I'll just move along. But it didn't work out. I just got rid of that and decided, hey, let's go on to windows. And originally I was going to go with these, what are they, growing together? Yeah, growing together windows. But I thought they didn't fit. They were too modern and nothing really went with them. So I tried to figure out which kind of theme I wanted. I was going to go with more of a modern mansion, but later I'll go with the wedding stories windows because they are pretty and I don't use them as much as I would like. I've been trying to use them a little bit more in like builds I do for myself and my own simming, if you will, but it's it's a challenge to get them to fit everywhere. So I'm really glad that I got to use them so much for this build. And yeah, so just placing those around here, just trying to make it make sense. I know some people like to go in and do the floor plan first and then do the windows, but I like how it looks on the outside more. Like that matters more to me about how the outside of my build looks instead of how the inside windows affect it, because I can always cover it up with a curtain or something, but if I have a window that's one tile off from the rest of everything, it just feels wrong. So yeah, that's my method. I know a lot of simmers don't do that, but that's okay. We can be different. Everybody has their own methods. So yeah, going around, adding some little balconies. I thought they might look good. I don't think I kept them. They were a little much. I added the flower boxes from... Is this also from my wedding stories? No, this is from the romantic garden stuff pack. So I added those. I think they're really pretty. I picked a really cute color for them. I love that shade of salmon pink. It's really, really nice. It's like one of my favorite colors personally, and I thought it went really good with the brown I'm gonna end up choosing. And yeah, that is that is kind of my theme for the house, to go with that kind of like more stucco and brown wood tones everywhere. I wanted to have lots of creams, beiges and stuff, so we'll go into that later. You'll see me messing around with all this stuff. I like that this wallpaper has the trim on the bottom that I'm using outside, and there's a matching-ish, kind of matching stucco that I have on top. So instead of having the brick, like, you know what I mean, like the brick on the next room up, the next floor up, I could just do the stucco without having that little weird line. But I guess it wouldn't matter. I covered it up with the, is it a frieze? I think it's called a frieze. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I'll end up covering that up. Oh, I'm spoiling my own video. I'm already going too far ahead. I'm only adding columns right now. I couldn't decide which kind of columns I wanted, but I really liked how these ones match the roof and the walls, and they had brought in more of that kind of creamy color. Yeah, see? Those freezes. That's what I mean. That's a freeze. I was right. Aha. I'm getting better at remembering all the terms now that I have to do like little voiceovers, because I can't be like that thing over there. Got to make it make a little sense. But if you couldn't tell, I'm always a little nervous when I'm doing my voiceovers because I don't plan a script. I probably should, but I just kind of like going in, watching the sped up footage and narrating how it goes. But I always go on side tangents. It's really awkward talking to myself, but I think I'll get used to it with time because I really do enjoy making them. Like these are so fun just to build and then talk about my build after and show everybody my build, and it's so fun. It's it's super fun. I love playing The Sims. I've always loved The Sims 4. I didn't play any of the earlier games, but that's okay. We all start somewhere. I've moved on to the kitchen now. Just trying the floor plan out. I promise I'm not keeping those sad base game counters. I will go in and add, I think, the for rent counters. They're really pretty and the wood matches really good. I didn't know how closed off I wanted this whole house to be, if I wanted it more open or more closed, but I had to come back and try everything out. I paused this so many times to go and like do other things because I just couldn't do it all in one go. I was just running out of motivation because it's so big. I'm not used to doing them so big. Usually if I do a tiny house, it's easy peasy, but this is not. And trying to figure out the floor plan of a huge house, that's a lot. I'm no expert. I'm just going off of vibes and vibes alone. That's why we kind of got oddly shaped rooms upstairs. But I managed to get, how many bedrooms is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, haha, 5 bedrooms up here. 2 bathrooms up here. One is an ensuite for the master bedroom, and one is just like, you know, a family bathroom where everybody shares. Oh, and now we're back in the kitchen. See? Apparently I can't make up my mind where I want to go. And yeah, I brought in these for rent counters. Look at the brown. The countertop is so lovely. Like, I felt it just matched the vibes perfectly. I really like them. I think it was a good choice. What else do we got going on here? I got the fridge in there. Trying to figure out how I want to lay it out. If I want like a little second little counter space over there, kind of like how people have coffee nooks. I don't know if I end up putting any like sort of coffee maker over there, but I do like having that like little offset counter off to the side where you can kind of put junk. That would be my junk counter if I had a house like that in real life. That would be just where like the non-cooking stuff goes, but I know usually people use that for like coffee. There, I put in dishwasher, a kettle. I think that's quite cute. I like to add the little, what are they called? The vents? The things that go over top of stoves. Whatever those are called. I don't care enough to remember. I love to add them, but they just, some of them are just so ugly in here. I don't have, I guess maybe I just don't have packs that have good ones, but from what I've seen, they're all pretty ugly. And I didn't like them, but I like this one that comes with cottage living, but it's, you know, it's an acquired taste. You have to kind of have a good build that matches it, or else it's just not going to fit. And this is my little, I like to think of this as a breakfast nook. I was trying to figure out where I wanted the dining room to go, but I knew I wanted a fancy dining room and an area where I could have just like, you know, your Sims come and have breakfast. Of course, they're not going to sit there. They're going to sit wherever they want because it's the Sims, right? They don't sit where they're supposed to. So I was trying to figure out if I wanted it pushed into that window or if I wanted it more out. Eventually, I do get rid of those chairs in the corner and put them against the window, so it makes a little bit more of a nook. It ends up looking pretty dang cute, if I do say so myself. And yeah, trying to figure out what table I want to use, I ended up going with that round one that I used in the beginning, because oh, no I didn't. I'm a liar. I think, I don't even remember. I'm going to, see, this is what happens when I go too far ahead. I can't remember where I am because I'm spoiling it for myself because I don't, I'm going too far. Slow down, slow down. Yeah, so I'm just adding curtains here. The little ones from Island Living, I love them. I wish we had ones that matched it more. We have other Island Living ones, but that's the only kind we have like that. Like with the skinny, I wish they had one that was just like not tied so you could have the two. So I think that would be quite cute. It would be nice if I would stop going here, there, and everywhere. If I stayed in one room, then I could voice this over a little nicer, but I keep bouncing around the house. I guess I could have gone in and sorted it a little bit nicer, but I'm lazy, and that requires too much editing skills for me. I went in and added checkerboard flooring here. I thought it looked super cute. I don't have it everywhere, but I did think it looked really nice and fancy with the dining table and where the living room is. I thought it looked so good. And I brought in the table that comes with, is it? Yeah, it's with this pack with Wedding Stories. That dining room table there, it's so pretty. It's very fancy. This is like the prime time for me to be using it. So I threw that in there, and I think it looks okay. Like, I like how this dining room turned out. Like, this is fancy schmancy fancy. I kept a bar in here. I don't put bars in my builds very often, like, to play in. I just never, like, go, oh, you know what? I want to make a drink. Like, no. That's why my Sims go to the bar or the nightclub or whatever, because then they can get drinks there. I don't have them making them at home, but I'm kind of a boring person, I guess. I could do more with that, but oh well. I just stick to similar skills like music and chess. Maybe I should expand a little bit, but that's okay. So we're back in the kitchen now. Yay! See, we did the dining room and now we're back. I'm so good at this. I had to figure out how I wanted to lay this kitchen out because nothing was lining up with the windows right. Of course, it came back to bite me, but I tried to figure it out, and I think I got it pretty good. I knew I wanted a sunken living room in here because it just like sounded like such a vibe. I love the idea of those. Like I know we don't have them much anymore. They're more of like a retro thing, if you will, but I think it would be so cool to have like a little sunken living room. Like that's so cozy. I mean, I know here it's fancy, but like in your own home, that would feel so cozy. So I'm just adding some curtains in here, making it feel more homey instead of sad and modern, basic. I don't know. Adding pillows. I love these pillows. I'm so glad we got free pillows. It adds so much to add them onto your couches, and they come in quite a few good swatches, most of the base game swatches that you'd find on other furniture. So they kind of match everything that you get already in base game, which is kind of nice. I like when they go back and add things like that that can match the stuff that you get for free. Not everybody can buy a million packs, and I think that's good. Like I don't have every pack. I'm I'm just a regular person. I don't have all the money in the world to buy everything, but that's okay. I added a piano in the corner there because I thought, of course, there's going to be a child sim living in here that's going to have piano lessons and stuff. Gotta be the fancy children house. This is where the rich kids in um, Tartosa live. They are fancy and they play the piano. Sorry, I don't know what I'm going on about. I'm adding a bathroom downstairs now. I wanted this to be one of the more like, oh, you come in here, you know, you're a guest, but you don't want to go upstairs or something. I don't know. I don't know how rich people bathrooms work. I've only lived in houses with one bathroom in my whole lifetime. So I don't really understand why you'd have a whole full bath downstairs. I don't get it, but I understand the rich people do like it. Fancy house stuff. I wouldn't get it. I wanted to add a library office space inside my build too. I knew that would feel very fancy, keeping with the fancy vibe. I made this room more like bluey green, which I really liked how it turned out. It just turned out so cozy, yet not too like cluttered. It felt very, very warm, very dark academia vibes. I don't know. You tell me. I think it came out pretty good though. Adding all those little paintings from cats and dogs. I love that they slot together kind of to make a full, like a little gallery wall almost, just with the four, and it's really cute. So I did that. I have those cottage living doors everywhere just because they're the first door I pick, usually. Not to keep forever, but just as a stand-in door so I know where the entrance is before I can finally figure out, okay, what door do I actually want to use here? Which one would actually make the most sense? So I added that. I'm adding more clutter in here now because I thought, oh, it could be good. I love that those little base game, are they base game? Those little side tables? I think they're base game. The little side tables there, I shrunk one down so you could have sort of multi-layered table there, which was super cute. Oh, I did decide on those doors. Sorry, I'm looking at stuff and trying to talk about it at the same time. I added the seasons doors. That's what I ended up going with. And in here, I wanted to make a little playroom because I thought when you have child sims, you need kind of a room for them to just like do their stuff instead of having like your toddler all the way up there and your child over there. Like having a good space for them to do activities and work on their motor skills and their creativity, you know, that sort of stuff. So we have a bunch of stuff in here, like bookshelves. We have a TV eventually in there, like the little penguin TV, an art table, a little rocking chair. I don't know if did I keep the. I don't know. I added a bunch of stuff. I don't remember. It wasn't even that long ago that I worked on this, and I already forgot what I added. So it's really weird. When I decorated this room, you'll see in a bit, like I added the TV and the stand that the TV goes on, like there, that. And then it deleted it. And I don't know why. Like when I go to do like the glamour shot things later, you'll see that I I had to replace it with something else because I completely forgot what I had there. I didn't remember which stand I had. So I went in with a different one, but I might change that before I upload it to get the gallery because I like this white one a lot more than what I ended up picking. But it's so weird how The Sims sometimes deletes stuff. Like, what for? What did I do that made you delete my stuff? Huh, Sims? Huh? I don't get it. There's so many weird glitches in The Sims right now. Like, as I'm recording this, there's currently the one. What is it? The pregnancy test one was fixed. I can take a pregnancy test now in The Sims. What was the other one? Oh, I couldn't drag stuff to the trash. That's what the annoying one was. How am I supposed to clean up after my Sims if I can't even get it to be put in the garbage? What is going on, Sims team? Why is it whenever you release a game pack or a stuff pack or an expansion pack, there's always some little bug that sneaks its way in there? I haven't even bought that pack yet. I'm just going off the base game update. Ugh. But I am kind of excited to get that fairy pack. I'm waiting for it to go on sale though, because again, I'm not made of money. I can't just spend money on everything. As much as I want to make fairies right now and make a speed build of me building a cute fairy house. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm not even upset. I'm being a responsible adult, saving my money. It's okay. I'm now I'm building the main bedroom right now, the master, if you will. I'm so annoyed by that stupid roof piece. You'll see it in there, and it's going to be bothering me a lot. But I'm gonna complain about it for a bit. As I was building this, it was bothering me so much, and I couldn't get it to go away until I realized, oh, I can just flatten it. If I make it flat, it'll go away. So I tried covering it up with a whole bunch of stuff, and that didn't work. I got frustrated. I had to quit. That's why we jumped back here. So that's when I stopped recording for that session. But I did come back and try and tackle it again. It's okay. It's going to be okay. I'm going to flatten it after I try and cover it up with a million furniture pieces. Even Whalebert. Was that a Whalebert sneak peek right there? I think it was. I love Wilbur. Every time I watch Karen and Connie, I think that's right. Oh my gosh, it'd be so embarrassing if I got that wrong. I love whenever they bring in Wilbert for the funniest. It's so good. It's so good. I highly recommend watching their gaming channel if you haven't before. They make a lot of Sims content. It's so good. Their style is so cute. Like it's so different than what I would pick. Like they pick furniture pieces that I wouldn't pick together, and then it ends up looking amazing. Like how does that work? It's so interesting how people build so differently. Like between all the Sims YouTubers I watch, like Little Simsy, Miss Griffey, Karen and Connie, like all of them, they have such a unique building style. Like not crazy like out of the box or anything, but it's just so cute seeing how everybody does things differently. And I love that. I think that's kind of what inspired me to do this, is like how they just do that stuff and it ends up looking so good. Like it's so fun. Like how they have a whole community based around their building, and that's so fun. I know I don't really have a huge community yet, and I'm not asking for anything like that, but it'll be so cool if one day my videos blow up and people will be like, "Yay! We can come together and watch The Sims and build together." And I do want to do live streams maybe soon. I think that would be fun to do like I don't know, like maybe some cast videos where I'm making Sims, or we could build a house together based on your guys' suggestions, or we could just like all hang out and play The Sims, you know? Like that would be so fun. Like having all these online friends kind of. Like we're not friends, obviously, because you don't know me. I don't know you. But just to have that community to start up and then eventually, yeah, we would be friends. We would all start a big group event, and I'm getting carried away. I'm building the master bathroom now. Good transition right there. I really like how this bathroom turned out. I love the colors in here. Like I would never ever have a bathroom like that in real life, but it just came out so good. The green on the walls and the tile on the floor. Ooh, so good. It's so pretty. I added a fish tank in their bedroom because I thought it felt so cool. Their bedroom is giving very much island living, but that's fine. It's a vibe. It's a vibe and a half right there. Here I am adding the second bathroom for upstairs. This one's more of the family bathroom. So I just gave that one, same kind of combo as the master bathroom, but just a little different. So it's not so fancy. Now I'm working on the kids' room. I wanted this to be for a little child sim. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, it doesn't matter. It's a cute little yellow room, and I like how it came out. It's very simple. I didn't clutter it up too much. I didn't really know what to add in here. Like usually I add like a whole bunch of stuff, but in here it just felt so neat and tidy, especially since I already have everything downstairs in that playroom downstairs. I thought, oh, we don't need too much stuff up here. They'll be downstairs anyways. And now I'm adding an infant room, which I thought was cute. I don't play with baby Sims all that often. I play in a short lifespans usually, so they get aged up pretty fast. They go through life quickly. So yeah, I thought I'd do something here. A little blue room. I thought it was so cute, like a little blue and teal combo. Super simple again. I didn't want it to be too cluttered. And then this room. This room's like very different vibes from the rest of the house. I pictured this being for a teen girl. She's like expressing herself in here. She has all this cool furniture, and she's like the coolest teenager on the block, in my opinion. Like if I came over to somebody's house and this was their bedroom, like we would be besties. We would be besties. Like having this much pink, like it's so cute. I love it so much. So yeah, it's a little different, but I thought that's good. It's good to express yourself. Like as a teenager, that's like your whole thing, right? This is your time to shine. I zoomed in quite a bit on that little picture when I was playing, like above her desk there. I thought it was so cute. Like all the different Sims on there. The drawing is such a sweet thing. I love that Sims sometimes adds those like hand-drawn things from actual people. Like it's such a cute little addition. And now we're working on I guess I would call this this could be a guest room, but in my mind, this is like the grandparents' suite. Like if you were playing a legacy challenge, this is where your mom and dad, your grandma and grandpa would go. This is where they would stay. And I thought I'd keep it pretty dark. I want it to be kind of moody. Like these are the snooty old Sims that had all the money. This is where all the money came from. This was their house. And they're kind of not so nice, but they could be. I don't know. This is going to be your house. Once you move here, you can add whoever you want. But in my mind, they're just kind of like the slightly judgmental grandparents that kind of live upstairs, but you still love them very much. Now I'm going in and adding all the lights everywhere. Whenever I do this, like whenever I build, I just put in the big base game lights, just the same like flat light everywhere so I can see. And then at the end, that's when I'll go back in and add ceiling lights after, like the fancy ones. Like, okay, this room looks like it could use this one, and that room looks like it would be good with this one. So that way I can kind of see when I'm building and then add the vibe lighting later, which I think is a good way to do it. I know not everybody does it, but I think it works really good for me, and it feels like a good finishing touch. Now we're going outside, which is so exciting because we're getting close to the end, which is kind of sad because then I get to stop talking. Then you guys get to see a whole bunch of cool pictures though. I usually would do videos, like little quick videos, but since this one's such a long video already, I thought I'd just do screenshots. And I think it came out okay. So we're just adding like a whole bunch of outdoor activities. There's a pool. I have some lounge chairs. I have garden beds, bees, because I think I've heard they're pretty good with the bees are pretty good with gardening. Like they help a lot. And oh, this house looks so good. Like in the evening light, it's just so pretty. And going in and adding a fence, I can't get that little piece there to connect. I don't know why, but it's okay. I'm gonna pretend that it doesn't bother me at all. And I'm not even sad about it. But I joke. This fence is really pretty. I thought it looked so good. Like it matched so well. Like I know it's not quite the colors, but just the vibes. The vibes were there, and I had to work off of vibes and vibes alone. How else do we live in this world? So now I'm going in with debug landscaping and putting that around like all the Tartosa and island living debug stuff to make it feel a little fuller and fill up the landscape because I love having a landscape full of just flowers and bushes, and I think it just makes the yard look so much more lived in instead of just you place this house down on the lot. Robotic house. It looks so much more warm and cozy, and I really like that about it. I think it's really good. But yeah, we're getting close to the end, everybody. Just gonna add in some lights here, and yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy the footage that I have. Bye, everybody!